Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Yasmin. I am a 19-year-old mom to my toddler, Laela, and my little 3-month-old baby, Analia. So today I wanted to film a video about my postpartum experience and the first 3 months of Analia's life and how it's been for the past couple of months, and just kind of do like a little life update, postpartum update, baby update, whatever. It's March 8th, so yesterday was Analia's actual 3-month birthday. She was born on December 7th, so she turned 3 months yesterday. You guys probably won't be seeing this until like later next week, but anyways. But in honor of her 3-month birthday, I thought I would do a little update video. I did a postpartum update like about a week after she was born, but I figured it was time for another one. Before we get into this video, if you guys don't already follow my Instagram and I guess my TikTok, if you guys want to follow my TikTok too, go ahead and check them out in the description below. I don't have comments on my videos, so I always put a comment section on my Instagram after I post a video. Alright, let's get into the video.
I belong to you. I belong to you. Do just what you want. You're the one I trust.
So let's start with Alia. Because she's sleeping, I'll just have to like insert some clips of stuff. She's still really only like 3 months old, so there's not like a whole bunch of milestones you really hit at 3 months, but basically everything has been going really great. She is pretty much sleeping through the night. She's on a pretty good schedule basically, so she knows her days from nights. She's asleep basically all throughout the night. Sometimes when we're lucky, she'll actually go to sleep the same time that my toddler Laela goes down, which is around like 8 o'clock. And then so basically right after Laela goes down, Alia will, and then she'll sleep until like around 5. And then usually I'll feed her then, and then she'll go back to sleep until a little bit later into the morning, which is awesome. I'm so lucky that I have another good sleeper, because Laela was also a really good sleeper. It wasn't always easy though. There were some nights in the very beginning that she like would wake up at night and cry, and it was like a little bit harder, and I was like very sleep deprived, but it's been a lot better. She's like squirming back there. Anyways, she's a super happy baby. I feel like she's a lot more interactive than Laela was. Like Laela around like 6 weeks or like 2 months started smiling for the first time, but it was like only really occasionally. And Alia, as soon as she could smile, she smiled like all the time, and she'll like react to your faces, and if you smile at her, she always smiles back. It was so cute. She's the sweetest little thing. And she also like has been making like a lot of like noises, like sounds like she's trying to talk, like, and she'll just like babble like really loud. She has like a little play gym that she lays under, and she's been like a lot more interactive with the animals on it, like that hang on it. She'll like smile at them. Anyway, she's becoming a lot more of like an interactive, playful baby. And she does tummy time. She like pushes herself all the way up. She's not like getting anywhere close to crawling or anything, but she does like push herself up, and she's getting so close to rolling over. In fact, she did roll over one time, and I didn't even actually see it, but I like laid her down to do tummy time, turned around for like a second, and when I turned back, she was on her back, and I was like, what? So yeah, that was funny. If we're sitting on one side of her and like I start talking or Logan starts talking, she'll like look for us and she'll find us, and it's really cute. She loves Logan. She like smiles so big at him every time that he's like in the room or he's talking to her. It is so cute. Her and Laela are both daddy's girls. She is in like the 80th percentile for height. I think it was like 80th, yeah, so she's really tall. I feel like she's a lot bigger than Laela was. Layla's like way more on the petite side, and Analia's a lot bigger. So I feel like they're gonna end up being like so close to the same size like when they're older. Winter babies get sick, and she had, like you guys all probably know, she had RSV, and then she also got the flu a few weeks after that. But she's a little tank, and it like didn't even, like was nothing for her. It was pretty much fine. Like it wasn't that big of a deal. But of course it was scary, because like anytime a newborn has a fever or like is sick, it's scary, but she was good. The hospital bills for that were not. But what's most important is that my Anna girl is healthy. So that's it. She is doing great. Right, Anna? And she looks just like her daddy. So now I guess we'll move on to my postpartum update. There's a couple things that I want to talk about that are like pretty important subjects, but we'll just start with like physically the whole postpartum recovery over the last 3 months. Healing after birth and everything went fine. I didn't have any problems. I got a couple stitches, and those like healed fine. And as far as like postpartum bleeding and everything, that ended after a few weeks, but then around 6 weeks after I got an IUD. So then I started bleeding again, because when you get an IUD, you pretty much like bleed on and off for like 6 months, so that kind of sucks. I'm still kind of deciding whether or not I actually like the IUD. Like some days it's fine and it's like convenient that I don't really have to think about it, and then some days I'm like really hormonal and like moody and I like want to blame the IUD, so I'm like this kind of sucks. And the whole bleeding thing kind of sucks, because I still like, I'll stop for a few days and then it'll come back and it's just annoying. But yeah, the cramping and stuff is also kind of annoying. I want to talk about something that's like a lot more serious. I've never brought it up or talked about it on my channel, because it's like when it was going on, it was something that I never wanted to like bring into like existence, like speak about it, because I didn't want to accept that it could possibly be true. So pretty much after you have a baby, you have like a huge, so when you're pregnant, you have like pregnancy hormones in your body that like affect you emotionally, mentally, and stuff. Oh wait, one more thing about Anna. She has very blue eyes, which is something you can't always like tell with babies what eye color they have right away, but hers are definitely turning blue, which was expected because Logan and I both have blue eyes. And she always kicks her socks off. Anyways, pretty much when you are pregnant, you have all these hormones in your body, and then after your baby is born, you kind of have this weird like decrease in hormones and like just changes in hormones that can make you super like emotional and moody, and like you just kind of feel weird after you have a baby, and like there's just a whole lot of changes going on in your body. Right after she was born, there were definitely like moments that I was like, and even with Laela, like there was moments that I would just like cry or like be emotional for like over silly things. But I wanted to look up the actual like exact facts so I don't give you guys any wrong information, and I've like done a lot of reading on this stuff before, but I just wanted to pull it up so I have it here. But basically, what I was talking about before, like the whole like decrease in all the hormones that makes you kind of moody and emotional right after you have the baby, is called baby blues, and it basically like lasts for up to like a few weeks after you have your baby, and it affects 80% of mothers. So I definitely had that with Laela. Like there was like random moments where I would like cry for no reason, like right after she was born, but like I was so happy with like, you know, being a mom and stuff, like experiencing that for the first time. Like I was super happy, but there were just like moments where I would just be emotional. But postpartum depression, which is more serious and long-term than that, occurs in 15% of women that have babies. And I'm getting this all from a government website. It's NIH. My grandma actually works for NIH. Fun fact. Anyways, I definitely had a lot of like the risk factors that would have made me more likely to have postpartum depression. I never actually talked to my doctors about it. I know you guys are gonna say like go talk to your doctors about it, which I am planning to, but I don't know, it kind of took me a while to like actually really accept it and want to talk about it, and I still have to kind of get to the point where I can go and like want to go and schedule something and actually talk to someone about it, which is important for me and for my family, and I'm going to do that, so don't like come at me for that. But yeah, so I haven't actually been officially diagnosed with that, and I haven't actually really experienced it much recently, but between like month 1 and month 2 I experienced a lot of like just like days, or even mostly just nights honestly, where I just felt like I like wasn't myself almost, and it was almost like there was like someone else like in my head thinking for me and like thinking things that, I don't know, like very sad things. And I don't want to get like too much into like personal detail about it, but I basically had like some really bad nights where I was so unhappy, and I didn't want to be sad, but like I didn't want to do anything to like try to make myself happier. I just wanted to just like, you know, I was depressed. Like I wanted to just be in bed and just be sad. And that's not like me at all. And I like knew there was something wrong, and it took me a while to finally open up to anyone about it. I talked to a few of my friends about it, and then eventually I finally got the guts to talk to Logan about it, and he was so incredibly like, he reacted very well to it. And honestly, even just saying to him like those words that like I thought that I had postpartum depression, like even just saying that out loud to him, and him like hearing it and understanding it and responding to it the way that he did, almost made it like go away. Like I don't really think I even experienced anything really like that after that. Just opening up about it at all kind of made it so much better. You know, then when I am experiencing it, I know that like he knows. I don't feel like I'm like going through it without anyone knowing and like alone. But basically what was happening, like I said, was almost just like I was feeling like really negative thoughts. I felt like I didn't know who I was. Just, it was not me at all. Like I can't even really like remember exactly how it was because it was like weird. I don't even want to get too much into it, but I'm kind of glad that I've like accepted it and started to get past it and like want to, you know, like seek help just in case it comes back, you know. And I do know that my mom also did experience postpartum depression. But yeah, that's another thing. Breastfeeding is going great. So the next thing I want to talk about is like physically how I'm recovering, like as far as like my body going back to how it was after I had a baby. So my body, like, looking good isn't what is important to me. What's important to me is that I'm healthy and get my muscle back, because I want to be like fit and in shape so that I can run around with my kids, you know. Because I feel like after my pregnancy I just like felt so much weaker. I just want to get like back in shape. So I am planning on doing a whole video about how I like have been trying to get back in shape after my second baby. Not because of how I look, but because of how I feel. Because if I'm healthy and I'm working out and I feel good, that's what's most important. So I am gonna make a whole video about that because my diet's really important to me too. Pretty much after like 6 weeks postpartum, once I was like cleared to work out again, I just sort of started doing light ab workouts to try to get my abs back together, because a lot of times when you're pregnant your like abs like split apart, and I think it's called diastasis recti. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but yeah. So I started doing some like light ab workouts to just kind of get like my abs back together. I will do like a postpartum body shot here so you guys can like see what my body looks like after having 2 kids, and if you want to see it before, go on my Instagram, because yeah. I am like back in my normal clothes or whatever, so I've like lost most of the like baby weight, which does make me happy because I missed wearing my normal clothes. Yeah, and I definitely think breastfeeding helps a lot with like burning extra calories and stuff, which is awesome that your body can literally feed your kid, which is like just pretty dope. I've also heard that breast milk can help with your skin, so I started putting it like on my like pimples when I get them. So a lot of times babies like will accidentally scratch themselves if like their nails grow out too long. I try to like keep her short because she always is scratching herself. She got like a really bad one on her cheek the other day, so I like put breast milk on it and it like healed right away. It was crazy. But yeah, anyway, so as far as my body, I feel like it is almost back to normal, but I do think that this time my skin is still kind of like looser, if that makes sense. Like I still have like the extra skin, and I feel like that might take a little bit longer, because I feel like over time, and especially after 2 pregnancies, like your skin doesn't have that same like elasticity. There's still that like skin there that I want to like lose and have like tightened back up. Just a personal preference. How I look is a reflection of how healthy I am, you know. Like if I'm eating healthy and working out, I will look a certain way, and I know that because I know my body, and I just want to be back in that like healthy, fit routine. So we're trying to get there, but there's no reason that anyone should feel like they have to look a certain way or like get right back into like working out all the time after they have a baby, because having a baby is super time consuming, especially having more than one baby is super time consuming. So it is important to take care of yourself, but women definitely shouldn't be like feel like they like have to get their body back, because your body is your body. There's no body you have to get back. Your body made a baby, and that's what's most important. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for like me and for her. This baby was a little blessing, and Layla is so great with her, and our family is just very happy. But we are also in kind of a weird time right now. Release is gonna be up in a couple weeks, like I've talked about, and we don't even really know what we're doing. We're going to be full-time traveling, and with coronavirus going around right now, we don't really want to be going in and out of airports all the time with 2 babies. We're going to try to figure out something else, but we don't really know exactly what that is yet. We only have like a set time frame to figure out what we're doing next. So that's all for this life update. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!